is I did a tour with Don Elias. Um, I don't, maybe it was 4 or 5 years before that record. And it was Mike and Randy and Don Elias. And Don asked me to arrange the music. And that was really the first time that I worked with Mike for a, a period of time.
Hmm.
And right away, when I started doing that gig, Mike thought of me as the arranger. Gil, the arranger. Gil
Yeah.
arranged this music. It was very simple music. It was like, two horns and a rhythm section, and the music wasn't that complicated, but I was the arranger. And the first day of the gig, Mike asked me to do an arrangement for a concert he was doing in Bologna, where someone named John, always mispronounce his name, Spathes. It's like Psathes. I don't
Hmm.
know how it's really pronounced, but he was commissioned to write a piece for Mike. And Mike wanted to have one of his own pieces on the same concert. It was with an orchestra. So Mike said, it was slowly asking me outside the rehearsal if I could maybe. And I said, you want me to do an arrangement for you? He went, yes. So that was really my first arrangement for Mike. And then right after we did this tour with Don, it was in England with this group called the Arts Council of England. And they sponsored tours with different people. And they asked Mike to do a tour called Mike Brecker with Large Ensemble.
Hmm.
And Mike just immediately went to me. He said, okay, Gil, so we have a large ensemble. What do you think we'll do? Like, you think brass? And I said, no, we'll have strings and woodwinds and brass. And he went, oh, colors.
So beautiful.
so so that was the beginning of the quindectet
Yeah.
idea. It was 3 strings, 3 woodwinds, and 2 brass, and a rhythm
Yeah.
section that we went to England with. And I arranged Mike's songs. It's Been Real and um,
Yeah.
Syzygy,
Yeah.
and
Oh man. Yeah. I
we
love
had
that.
all those, his hit tunes at that time. And then when Mike came home, he just instantly started writing music. Uh, to do a record of new music with a large ensemble.
Yeah.
And it developed very organically. And the first tune that he wrote was Wide Angles with the bass clarinet line, do do
Yeah.
do do.
Yeah.
And he had such a sound of bass clarinet because we had a great bass clarinet player in England,
Mm.
a guy named
Ian Dixon, right?
yes,
Yeah, I
Ian
love Ian,
Dixon, of
man. He's
course.
amazing. Yeah.
You know him otherwise?
I mean, I have some. I have it on many records. Yeah, he's
Oh
like.
yeah,
Yeah, he's an amazing player.
he is amazing.
Yeah,
And
really good.
and then we liked him so much that Mike wrote that tune thinking of his sound.
Oh
And then when we
wow.
were thinking of putting this group together, he said, I think we should get him to come and do it,
Ah, that's how he did it. Oh wow. It's yeah, because it's funny. It's like US guys, and then it's like Ian
and
Dixon.
him.
Like wow. Yeah, it's like, exactly.
He was just so enamored with his sound,
Wow, amazing,
that he
beautiful.
said we have to have him.
Yeah,
So
so beautiful, man.
and
Yeah.
I feel I have to take credit because I really thought it had to be John Petitucci,
Hmm.
and John hadn't recorded with Mike at that on one of
Yeah,
Mike's records,
yeah,
and
exactly.
I
Yeah.
was really very adamant that it would be John, and I also pretty strongly recommended Antonio.
How come? How did you
I
decide for that? I mean,
it just seemed to me um, that he played grooves that we needed for that record, and
yeah,
they were very, I could just hear him playing those grooves, and other people, even if it would be, whoever, I thought Antonio
yeah,
expressed it better. That
yeah,
was what we needed for that record. And he said, "All right, I go with you here." And I think it was a great fit, and
Yeah, man.
so I'm happy that. And
Amazing.
then we thought long and hard. Should it be all classical people in the orchestra, or should it be jazz guys?
Yeah,
And we went back and forth hiring who to hire and who to get, and it was just a good collaboration. We always seemed to agree in the end, and it seemed like we made the right
yeah,
decision
man. It's
because.
such a record. I mean,
Thank you.
one of the masterpieces after 2000, I think. It's
Oh,
up there
thanks,
for me. Really incredible.
thanks, thank you.
So, yeah.